What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here and back with another Classic WoW video. So today I want to talk about Blizzcon and what's next for Classic WoW specifically, going through what's next for regular Classic WoW and the seasonal server as well. Basically at Blizzcon this year we got a couple of announcements for World of Warcraft. Now we did get the 3 next expansions for retail, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video because I want to focus on Classic WoW. We also got the announcement and sort of a release date or release window for Cataclysm Classic, that's number 1, and that's coming out the first half of next year. And we also got a brand new seasonal server. I will go more in depth on both of those in this video, giving a recap of what happened on Blizzcon basically, in case you don't want to watch a 2-hour live stream of the deep dives and everything that happened. I just want to recap everything here in probably about a 10-minute video or something like that, giving you the information you need. And I also live streamed the entire thing yesterday, and I'll be uploading my reactions too, but this is going to be a recap, just giving you all the info you need in as short of a time as possible. Okay, so let's go through this from Cataclysm first. So we have a couple of new things, like first of all, we're getting Cataclysm, right? That's been confirmed and announced now, coming up first half of next year. And we're getting Worgens, we're getting all of the good stuff. We're getting Worgens, Goblins, all of the things you would assume to be getting with Cata. But we're also getting some new things. So first of all, if you have played Wrath, we have something called, I mean, even if you haven't, we have something called a Titan Rune dungeon system, which is basically Heroic Plus, and that is also coming to Cataclysm. I'm excited to see what that looks like in Phase 1, or if it comes in Phase 2. Either way, we're getting Heroic Plus dungeons, giving you better loot from doing harder dungeons, essentially. That's really cool. And we also have something called the Collections tabs, which we are now getting more of as well in Cata. I'm going to pause this video so we can take a look at everything here, but basically we're getting more transmogs or more collections. So now if you have transmog on one character, that's going to be account bound. So your collections tab, where you now have mounts, pet and heirlooms, will have one more tab called transmog in Cata, where you can now collect transmog and make yourself look cooler than you already look. You're also getting guild progression updates, and their wording here was that they want to focus on allowing small guilds to still feel relevant and significant, basically. So in Cata, back in the day, you wanted to have a fully guild full of levelers to level up the guild as fast as possible. So over here they're probably looking to add some scaling or some caps in terms of levels per week, or just something to make it so you don't have to have 1,000 people in a guild to get to level 25, or maybe even scale down the levels. Basically just revamping the guild progression a little bit, allowing people to get to level 25 or get to wherever they want to get those guild rewards. Also we're getting faster patch cadence, which is definitely needed in Cataclysm, because Cataclysm back in the day was way too long. We had the Dragon Soul for like, what was it, a year or 13 months or something crazy, so we definitely don't need that this time. So faster content cadence, definitely good. And they also say faster leveling to level 80. Now I'm just going to throw out something here. I think they're just going to stick with Joyous Journeys and allow that to be there in Cata as well, but we'll see. They just said here faster leveling to level 80 to get you there faster. So first of all, we have heirlooms now in Wrath. We're getting more heirlooms in Cata, but they still want it to be faster. So I'm just guessing Joyous Journeys will stay there as well. Other than that, not too many things. They didn't really touch on the Raid Finder or something in Cata. So this is the new things we have so far. Now, for those of you who are enjoying Hardcore Classic WoW, like I have been doing and I still am, we have an update for Hardcore Classic WoW coming early next year. Once again, no specific release date or time frame or something, but it's early next year, and that is something they call Self-Found Mode. Now, this one is interesting because we have been playing in the past using something called Solo Self-Found, which is where you can't group, you can't trade, you can't use the mailbox, you can't use the auction house. Now, in their wording here, they chose to not include the solo part. It's a self-found mode, and they also explicitly said that you can't trade, can't use the auction house, and can't use the mailbox. They explicitly avoided using the word solo, and they never said anything about grouping. So the way I'm thinking here is that this will come out, and it's going to be a self-found mode where you can't trade, but you can still group, which means you can still do dungeons, you can still two-man, like duo to level 60 if you want to. You can basically still group, but you can't trade, so it's a self-found mode. Which sounds really cool, sounds really interesting. They took away the solo part, which is kind of interesting, and we'll see how that works, but it's coming in early 2024. So we're getting a hardcore update, really early, which is fantastic. Big thumbs up. I was kind of hoping for this to be coming out in December, but either way, I mean, we're getting a brand new season at the end of November, so I think people are going to be busy in December either way. And this takes us to the brand new season for Classic WoW, which is called Season of Discovery. I'm probably going to be uploading my entire reaction video to this and my commentary afterwards, because this one is big, and I would recommend you watch the entire thing if you want to know more about the season, but it's looking super good. It's basically, for me, the way I'm thinking, this is Classic Plus, but in a seasonal server. You're getting new abilities for every single class, where you can go out in the open world and you have to either complete a puzzle, or kill a rare mob and do a quest. You have to basically do things in the world to find runes, which teaches you new abilities, which you can then use and learn basically. So you get new abilities that you either have had in the past, like Icelands from TBC or Wrath, and you can even get brand new abilities that we have never seen before in the game itself. Now, it's going to start out by being a level 25 level cap on the seasonal server, and the Black Fathom Depth is going to be a 10-man raid, reimagined with brand new abilities and a custom loot as well. So it's a bunch of new stuff, and at the end they even teased by showing us pictures of Scarlet Monastery, which could be the level 40 raid, No Morrigan, which could be a level 40 raid, and even Karasan Crypts. They showed a picture of Karasan Crypts, which could be a level 50 or level 60 raid. So they're open to they're open to adding a bunch of brand new custom content. Speaking of, they even have Ashen Vale right now, which is an open world PvP battleground, basically. I didn't really catch exactly how it works, but basically when you do PvP in Ashen Vale, it triggers an event, kind of like Alterac Valley, where you're trying to kill the enemy's faction leader, and then you can get reputation, get honor points, and even get a level 25 mount, which you can only use in Ashen Vale. So it's looking super cool if you ask me. There's so many things in the season, like class reworking through those rune systems, going in the open world, and you have to actually find the runes as well by doing content in the world itself. It's based on a lot of the principles I've been talking about in Classic Plus. Shake up the class meta, that's something they're trying to do here. They literally stated that on one of their scrolls or sliders basically. They stated that they were trying to shake up the class meta by giving, for example, Paladins have a taunt. Paladins have a taunt, Rogues have a kind of taunt mechanic, Warlocks can tank. You can play Boomkin. You can finally play Boomkin. Wrath costs no mana and deals more damage or something. There's so many fun runes, and the ones shown here are only parts of them. There's way more runes. Shamans can dual wield, and they can tank. They're working on class fantasy, developing class fantasy, building it further, but using vanilla WoW as a base, and it's so super cool to see. It's this to me is testing the waters for Classic Plus by making a seasonal server and just throwing a bunch of changes in there and seeing what sticks. Which, if you ask me, sure, I wanted to get Classic Plus at Blizzcon, but also, I want them to take their time. Classic Plus has to be as good as it can be, and how do you make sure Classic Plus is as good as it can be? Test the waters beforehand. Make a seasonal server like this, and see what changes people are happy with, and see which ones they hate, and then just work based on feedback. This is arguably the best thing they can do, but the thing is, Classic Plus is still gonna take some time, but this is the best thing they can do if you ask me. And it's looking so good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so hyped. And the seasonal server, here's the kicker. The seasonal server, Season of Discovery, is coming out November 30th. In 2.5 weeks. Or roughly 3 weeks. It's so soon. It's right around the corner. So for me, this was a really good BlizzCon for me. We got the brand new, 3 next retail expansions. Have now we gotten the thematic of them, the themes of them, the names of them. We have a very good season, compared to Season of Mastery. This season blows that one out of the water. Season of Mastery is more like Season of Astery. In comparison, this season looks so much better, and they're putting so much more work into it as well. Plus we have hardcore updates, we have Cataclysm Classic confirmed. They're working so hard on making sure everyone has something to play, and you know what? I'm all for it. I really am. So once again, I just wanted to give like a short TLDR on what happened at BlizzCon Day 1 on the opening ceremony and the deep dives. I feel like a lot of people didn't watch the deep dives, so hopefully this video cleared something up, and I feel like when I was watching the stream as well, a bunch of people became a lot more hyped for the season after watching the deep dive, because during the opening ceremony and playing the trailer, it didn't really generate that much hype, but now that we've seen more deep dives and been shown the abilities you get from the Titan runes or the runes stuff, it's looking so good, if you ask me, and it's just so cool. Level 25 being the level cap, I'm all for it, and that level cap is going to be increased over time. So after 2 months, the level cap could be level 40, could have a Scarlet Monastery raid. Imagine a 20-man Scarlet Monastery raid. That would be insane, or even a 40-man, with custom loot. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see where this goes, I really am. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, really do, and let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below as always. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace out.